Hello. Today, I have with me again Miss Kristen Pieri, and we're going to be learning the basics of French horn. All right. So the first steps of French horn is we have to open our case. And so we've got the mouthpiece of the French horn. You pick up your mouthpiece, Kristen. All right. So first, let's talk for a minute about the embouchure of the French horn. All right. So how we want to do? We want to have a flat chin and kind of almost as if you're kissing the mouthpiece, but with thin lips. So and so you can hear like a constant, steady airstream because you want to make sure that with your air that you're aiming towards something. So like you're going to aim towards that wall over there. You're going to aim towards that exit sign right there. And so that way we keep the air fast and steady. And so you don't get bumps in the sound or waves. All right? All right, so let's put the mouthpiece back real quick. Now we're going to talk about the horn itself, holding it, picking it up, and how it should be handled. So the horn is sitting in the case face up right now. So we're going to put one hand on the bell, grab it, and the other one, there's a little spot right here where there's like no buttons or knobs or anything. We're just going to grab it from right there, okay, and pull it up. And let's set it on our laps just like that. All right, so we take a look at it, and now we're going to just flip it the other way. Okay. Now there's a few things we need to talk about here. Right, so with horn, unlike trumpet, you're actually allowed to put your pinky in the pinky rest, so rest it there. And then we've got our first valve, which is the one farthest to the top, our second valve, and our third valve. Okay. And then we've got our lead pipe right here, which we'll put our mouthpiece in just a moment, but not quite yet. Okay, so got the basis of the horn, and then we want to make sure our horns, these are double F horns. So this trigger right here is what switches it from F to B flat. Okay, and so we want to make sure for every note from the lowest note, the lowest F on the horn, to about second line G sharp, we're not going to have this pushed down. We're going to make sure that it's up, and then our thumb is just resting on it, and we're not pushing it in. But every note above that, we're going to want to push this trigger down because it helps with pitch and helps get the notes out. All right, and so now let's talk about our left hand. So let's think about it this way. So shake my hand. All right, and now release. All right, now turn it, and we're just going to kind of slide it in towards the top and use our hand to kind of lift it off of our knees, but kind of just gently rest it on our thigh. The thing about horn is you don't want to put your hand too far in because then it will stop the horn and make the sound completely change the key. That's how horn players play stopped horn. So the more points of contact that you have with the bell, it will in some way dampen the sound. So we want to minimize contact as soon as possible. With beginners, you're going to want to, like, they're not going to be able to just hold the horn up like this off of their laps. So gently resting it kind of on their laps, like where it's kind of touching their knee is okay. Okay? All right. So now let's take the mouthpiece and slide it gently into the lead pipe and just give it a little twist to the left. All right. Now let's use that horn embouchure that we learned before and being careful with the points of contact. And we're just going to sound an open pitched sound. Let's sound a concert F, which will be a C for the horn. So let me. So it's just going to be open, and we're just going to try to aim that pitch down, okay? That's too high. Was that good? No, that was definitely a B flat. That was a C what you played. Oh, no, wrong note. Sorry, my bad. It's all good. Okay. I gotta think about this. Transposing is hard. That's another tricky thing about horn. It is a transposing instrument, and it's not easy to transpose. So when we read in horn on, it's going to be a fifth up from concert pitch. So if it's a written C on a horn, a fifth below is what it's actually going to sound. So, oh, should be. Okay, let's try this one. Let's try see if that works. Just open. 1, 2. Okay, and that is our fundamental C. Okay? All right, and so from here, what I'm going to be teaching today is just a chromatic scale up to G. Okay? All right, so C is just open. And then, so horn's a little different in the harmonic series compared to trumpet, but in the same way, it's kind of similar, but the patterns get a little strange the higher up you go. So, for horn, you've got open, and then 2, 3, and then 1, as opposed to 1, 2. So it'll just be 1 for D. Now, if this was a B flat horn, it would be 1, 2, but in the case, it's not, so it's just 1. And then D sharp is middle, E is open, F natural is 1, middle, F sharp, then open to G. Yeah, so there begins the pattern, but it's that initial start that's a little confusing going from C to C sharp, okay? So I'm gonna do my best to demonstrate what I would like you to do, okay? I'll be right back. Let me just check the piano real quick. Okay. Oh, that is totally 1, 2. I lied to you. C sharp is 1, 2, not 1, 2, 3. Sorry. Yay. Okay. All right, so will you try that for me now? I'll sing the fingerings for you as you play the notes. Okay, so 1, 2, ready, go. Yes, this is the first note. Then go back down. Middle. First. Open. Now to hit the lower notes, because I know it's difficult for me as well, to get to the lower notes, you don't want to slow. You don't want to like reduce the amount of air you're using. Okay, so you still want to have a fast stream of air. It's just kind of how, like through which means it's leaving your mouth. Like you want a fast stream of air, but you're not changing how much air you want to use. You want to change how far you want to push it. So like say, to get a higher note out, you're going to want to push your air maybe all the way to that back wall. But to get a little bit lower, maybe you just want to go to maybe like this stand right here. So think of that as we're going lower, okay? Okay, so let's try, just try one more time. I'll try with you. 1, 2, ready? basics of horn. Thank you for assisting me today, and thank you for watching.